Hello, it's me again. I want to say thank you to everybody who said nice things about the last video, and it it really feeds my heart to know that anything about this um, is providing uh, some kind of service to anybody. So I really appreciate the comments. Thank you. Um, I wanted to address one thing before I do another song that's been kind of running around in my head. Um, there's been a lot of talk about sort of where we're going with this and how the path appears to be a little bit clearer now, and it's been being compared to some things. It's starting to be compared to things like war, and I'm not really sure how I feel about that. But another comparison has been to 9/11, the 9/11 catastrophe, and that is something that I have, for better or worse, a more intimate connection to. I was living in New York City during the 9/11 disaster, and there are similar feelings as far as sort of a mass sort of anxiety that can be felt. I think that event was maybe a little more singular, but I do remember a moment soon after where it kind of felt like, for better or worse, this horrible thing had brought the United States and everybody into the rest of the world, and that we were all kind of looking at something that was very scary, but now we were at least all looking at it together. And for better or worse, I believe that the solution to that problem was sadly co-opted by this idea of mass consumerism, and that was the solution to our problem in New York City, and it was definitely to some degree, but I believe now, at least a lot of my friends who live there still could probably agree that it went to the point to where now it's a very difficult city to live in, unless you are making a lot of money, and that's a sad thing. And I do believe that, maybe how people reacted to the 9/11 disaster is a byproduct of that. I don't want to get into that. I know that's probably pretty debatable, but what I do want to say is that I think that what we're going through right now is something different, and it's kind of wild, because even though during 9/11 everybody felt like they wanted to do something, and whenever there's a disaster or a crisis, I mean, that is an urge, and that is a tendency that people want to do. They want to do something. And the kind of amazing thing about this particular situation is that we all can do something. It's not just like send a check, or if you have the money, or if you're strong enough, go out there and do something. It's every single person can do something, and the thing that we can do is to step back and stay where we are. And it's kind of like there's a parallel with this activity, or lack thereof, to me, that's really connecting with a lot of stuff that I've gotten into in the past several years when it comes to mindfulness and meditation and a general awareness. And it's an incredible lesson, and hopefully could be seen as even an opportunity for some people to see how much just sitting back and taking care of yourself as much as you can is one of the best things you can do for the world, for other people. And right now, we have a literal example of that in the sense of staying isolated and distanced physically because of this virus. And I think there's an incredible lesson there to be learned. And I just wanted to express that, even though I also want to send out a very heartfelt, deep love and compassion for all of those who are being affected by this, either physically or financially. I'm sorry that you're going through that. I think to some degree, eventually all of us will be feeling that, and that's something I hope that we will all be able to collectively rise up to our best of our abilities. I'm going to shut up now because I'm a rambler and I feel like I've already done that a lot. So thank you very much for listening. This is a song called Heart on Fire. It's was created out of a song prompt at a place called the Song Lab in North Kansas City, in a venue called the Rhino. And the prompt was to write a uncynical love song, and that is a much harder task for me personally than it may sound on face value, but here goes. Lately I've been thinking about you. Lately I've been feeling pretty good. Lately I've been thinking maybe those two things have got something to do with each other. And lately I've been thinking on the bus. And lately I've been wishing it was us. Traveling all around, opening our hearts to all the great music in the world. And lately I've been taking my time, 'cause lately I've been feeling my mind, thinking about you. And lately I've been thinking of taking a break from looking at my phone. Like maybe it's okay just to sit here quietly and listen to the sound of my own breath. 'Cause when I listen to my breath, it kind of reminds me of your voice, saying it's okay, saying it's alright. We all feel the same way sometimes. And lately I've been taking my time, 'cause lately I've been feeling my mind, thinking about you. And lately I've been hitting that spot, 'cause lately I've been feeling a lot of love around you. And I got this bird in my hand. And hey, there's two more over there in the bush. Maybe I'll just let this one go and then feed the other two with this handful of birdseed that I got from you. I used to spend a lot of time thinking about how things could be different. I used to think a heart on fire meant that something had to get burned. But now I keep it on a slow burner. I'm feeling thank you. I love you. Until we meet again.